the halftime show. There's been a lot of controversy here on the halftime show. There is a section of society that considered the Usher halftime show with Ludacris, Alicia Keys to be the best halftime show ever. And then there's a section of more people that think it was the worst halftime show ever. And is there a racial component to that? Like, obviously, this is R&B music. R&B music probably has, a 22, and I've Googled it, by the way. I'm not just making this up. 22 to 26% market share is R&B, and they always put R&B with rap. So
Yeah.
it's always R&B and rap is 26% market share, which means R&B is even lower because, I'm a hip hop fan and I was excited about it. I spent the whole week telling my father that Usher, he's not Michael Jackson, but he's one of the few people in the entire world that can dance and sing and has that type of talent to dance.
Fucking legit.
He's legit. And I think Usher did what Usher does, but I think inherently when you have 75% of the country, let's just say, because those includes the rap fans, 75% of the country probably had only heard one or two of those Usher songs, while they were out at a restaurant, with their kids years ago. Usher's last hit was 2014, so it's 10-year-old hit. And I think a lot of people were like, what the fuck am I watching right now? What is this shit? If you haven't heard the songs and you don't know the music and you didn't grow up with it, there's a big difference between, shit that that hits you with memories. And just, if you hear Usher's 10 to 20-year-old stuff now and you've never heard it before, it doesn't necessarily land.
You don't have to know who Usher even is. There's songs I hear that, holy shit, that's one of my songs. I don't even know it's Usher.
Yeah. Well, he has a catalog that is it's not a deep catalog. Like if you're an R&B fan, you might be like, well, we could have gone down another for this. Here's where the Super Bowl fucked up. They set Usher up to be hated. And the reason I say that is they had Usher, they had Ludacris, they had all black artists. That's 25%. 75% of these boomers that won't die, that refuse to die, that will live till the very bitter end, they don't know who Usher is. They don't know rap music. My father goes, I didn't like that halftime show, that rap music. I go, that's not rap music. That's R&B. It's a whole
not even close, man.
He didn't rap once. He sang and dry humped somebody else's wife, like he always does. That's what Usher does. Usher was amazing. The sound wasn't. Did you notice that the sound was off? So these are the greatest engineers in the world.
It never sounds good to me.
It sounded like shit. And there are great sound engineers. If you watch, for example, the Imagine Dragons documentary on Hulu, they mic'd it properly. It sounded fucking amazing. There's a way to do it. They did it last year with Rihanna. It sounded amazing. There were no sound issues. The Usher thing was not mic'd properly, so that was rocked against him. The other thing is, are you just spitting in your own lap? What are you doing?
No, I got a cup down here, fuckface.
Disgusting fucking habit. I mean, I'm not even a girl, but I wouldn't fuck you. I wouldn't fuck you doing. Can you imagine being on a date with some guy and he's spitting on his dick the whole fucking time?
It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
It's a disgusting habit. Even watching it, I'm disgusting myself. I'm a guy.
You should be. It's completely inappropriate and uncalled for.
Why are you spitting on yourself like that?
Because I got these tobacco pouches in.
Why?
And you spit with them.
Yeah, but why do you have them in? Do you have like an oral fetish? Do you like one?
Yeah, I just, the shit that got me off the chew, and now I can't get off that.
Oh, so you're addicted to the addiction cure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. So on Usher, nobody was going to like most of the country was going to be against it. I love a good conspiracy theory. This is mine. I have not heard this anywhere. This is my conspiracy theory, my personal. I've never heard anybody say this.
Let me hear it.
I think that the Super Bowl and everybody did this in order to basically foment and put gas on the fire of racism. And I'll tell you what, usually Super Bowls, they know the demographics. They know that less than 25% of America knows R&B. They put Ludacris in. Usually they counterbalance every act. They throw in a Willie Nelson, into an act like this. They throw in a Dolly Parton. Not saying that you throw Willie in now. He's 90 years old, but you know what I'm saying? They'd throw in he would show up and he'd fucking crush it. But they would typically counterbalance it, knowing, okay, we've got a worldwide audience. We can't just go with nothing but rap and R&B. It's 25%. And they made the decision to go with nothing but rap and R&B. You don't think that they Googled it and said, only wait, shit, 3 out of 4 of our fans are going to hate it. They did it to be able to divide so that people would say shitty things about black people, which they have, not black people. But
can I check my memory?
Yeah.
Did they not do a Dr. Dre, like a complete rap one?
Last year, yeah.
I mean, it was fucking amazing.
It was, but again, a lot of those older white people not impressed with the Chronic and 50 Cent Upside Down, who, by the way, has lost a lot of weight because he was fat at the time, and Eminem. There's multiple years in a row of pandering to the black community, and these old white people, it's meant to drive these old white people to say racist shit so that they can actually say, oh my God, America's racist. They're doing it on purpose. What do you think about that conspiracy theory? Because divide and conquer is what everything is about. And obviously the Super Bowl and the NFL is controlled by the powers that be, who are in charge of the divide and conquer agenda. I believe they're using the halftime show now to show and to push that.
I'm not saying you're wrong or right. It sounds great. It sounds tasty, but what's new?
I have no evidence to any of that, and it's all
there's nothing new. Everybody's trying to pit races against each other.
What you're hearing now is that the Usher halftime show wasn't appreciated because everybody's racist. That's what you're hearing. What I'm saying is the Usher halftime show is exactly what you thought it would be. It's Usher being Usher, and that it was set up to make people say it's racist because inherently 75% of the country was not going to know a single fucking song that Usher sang, and they didn't counterbalance it again for the older people. They didn't put on an older artist. They had Reba McEntire right there. She sang the national anthem. She did a great job.
I heard she crushed it.
She sang it. The national anthem is a very difficult song to sing. Reba sang it like it was the easiest song that's ever been sung in the entire world. She sang it with zero effort. Have you heard it?
I have. I didn't catch it.
All right, let's pull it up. Go ahead, Jim.
Reba, this is almost blasphemy. Reba McEntire just bugs me. I just
what? Go with it.
The way she sings.
Okay.
She drags her almost like Whitney Houston used to go too far with words.